Sit back and relax, educate and inform. Cozy conversations, drop the knowledge that's for real. Indigo Studio, always in the know. With Hermine Hartman, you'll be enlightened. Up and up we grow.
Hi, this is Hermine Hartman with Indigo Studio. We've got a great show today. We call it the Lizzo Effect. Beauty standards in America for women have been pretty much defined by white, skinny, blonde women who might wear a size 6. Or maybe the models got a little curves like Marilyn Monroe. And they call that beauty. Well, the image of beauty is changing. Women today promote body positivity. Just ask Kim Kardashian, and you might even want to talk to Lizzo.
No matter what part of my story you come in at, I'm always chasing the music. Y'all have no idea how close I was to this not being a thing. When I was a little girl, I would write these pop songs, but I didn't have the confidence in my voice.
Oh, look at Melissa trying to be shy.
How am I supposed to love somebody else when I don't like myself? Like, ooh.
Nobody was trying to sign a fat black girl that rapped and sang and played the flute. It took so much hard work to get to where I am today. But I found my voice. Now, when people see me on stage, they see themselves. Music gave me the opportunity to be who I am. New York, can I get an amen? The show must go on.
So today we're going to talk to three beautiful black women, and we're going to debunk the myth, the ideologies, the stigmas surrounding women with plus-size bodies, and we're going to look at the Lizzo effect and beauty in contemporary time.
Cozy conversations, drop the knowledge that's for real.
My first guest is Brandi Shantele. She is a public school dance instructor as well as a freelance choreographer working with videos. Clarissa V. Pierre is an entrepreneur and a member of the Chicago Association of Realtors, and she's also a shoe designer. And then we have Danielle McConnell. She talks about programs at the 1 Million Degrees educational and mentoring program for college students, and she's also a yoga instructor. So let's start the conversation with, what do you think about Lizzo? Let's talk about her first. What do you think?
I love Lizzo.
You love Lizzo?
I do.
What do you love about her?
I love what she promotes. I love that she is comfortable and her light shines from within, and that just makes everybody else around her feel great, and that she's talented.
She's very talented.
Very, very talented.
Did you watch the Watch Out for the Big Girls?
I did.
You loved it?
I did.
And what about you, Danielle? Did you look at that?
I did not.
You didn't?
I didn't watch it.
Why? You don't like her?
I want to watch it, and I do like her. It's just she's not always the first type of my artist that I gravitate towards, but I do like her.
Okay, all right. Well, she's doing something. I mean, not only with her talent, but she's using her platform.
Yes.
I am certain that she has studied the Kardashians, because she's modeling after them, and she's gonna make so much money with the clothing line. And Clarissa, what about you? You like Lizzo?
I did not watch the documentary or show. I can say that I'm not too much of a fan, only because I don't know much of her artistry, but gowns, beautiful gowns. That's all I got for you.
You probably like the shoes too.
I don't follow her. I'm not familiar. I've only heard 2 songs from her. That's all.
All right, so Brandi,
Yes.
we're in.
We're in.
Okay, all right, we're going to leave them alone. Okay, so let me ask you all a generic kind of question. Have you experienced prejudice based on body size?
Absolutely.
What's the prejudice?
I've experienced it as early as 12 years old. I have been a dancer all my life, and I was dancing in a group full of adult women. And you know, when you're young and people tease you at school, and I've always been curvy, I've always been a thicker girl, you think kids are just gonna be kids. But when you get that from an adult, I was told that I needed to lose weight. Now, mind you, all of the women were plus size, they, you know, gravity had set in, whatever, but being one of the youngest members, to be told that I had to lose weight, it triggered something.
What, do you feel like you were being picked on?
I do.
Why?
Because it was pinpointed just at me. It wasn't, hey, let's get together, let's be healthy, let's all go on this health kick. It wasn't brought to me in love, it was more criticism without the solution. And then even in teaching, people will walk into my class and be like, oh, you teaching us? Yes, ma'am, I am. And I'm gonna dance down around everybody. So, you know, you can learn a few things if you just open up your mind. Just because I'm this size doesn't mean I can't dance or move like you would expect someone to be able to. So,
all right, now
all the
Danielle,
time.
I know you run into this as a yoga instructor, and how do you deal with it? How do you confront it?
Well, you know, yoga means to unite. It means yoke. It means to bring together. It means community, and it means it's for everybody. And so I have to always go back to the actual meaning of what yoga is for everybody, and not just for that thin white woman from the suburbs of Chicago that I saw growing up, or the suburbs of Detroit where I'm from. So how I've dispelled it is just going out there and doing it.
Yeah. Just do it.
Just do it. My first class, 2017, I started the class and I did not finish. It was a challenge. And my yoga instructor, who looked just like me, looked at me and said, thank you for coming. You're gonna come back. And so I was talking to the makeup artist earlier about it just takes one person to just tell you you can do it.
So what was the challenge? What was the challenge?
It takes a lot of strength. It takes, there's a lot of vanity in yoga. You're worried about what people are, if they're looking at you, what people are saying about you, because you're doing things with your body that might feel uncomfortable. And so it's a lot of just giving yourself grace and letting people know that that is just something that you can do regardless of what other people think about you.
Mm-hmm. And then just go ahead and do it.
And just doing
best
it.
you can,
Yes.
whatever you can.
Yes.
So, Clarisse, what are your thoughts on body positivity?
My thoughts on body positivity is that everybody can do what they desire. Of course, if you're in something and you feel comfortable, whatever color you wear, whatever shape that you might be, as long as you're comfortable, walk in it, own it. That's the best thing that I would say.
So debunk the whole myth of you should wear only certain colors. You should not wear prints. You should not wear plaids. You should just wear blacks and grays. Out the window?
Yeah.
Out the window, absolutely. I love color. I love color, texture, prints, all of that. So hence wearing green in the middle of winter. Mm-hmm. But I love it. And I feel that, playing with texture, playing with color, it's art, it's artistry,
Mm-hmm.
and as long as you do it in a classy way, why not?
Mm-hmm.
So I debunk all of that. And I think that if you feel your best and highest self, go conquer the world.
So if there was one myth about plus size women, one that you could absolutely disregard, what would it be?
That we're limited because of our size in anything that we do.
And you can do anything?
I can do anything I put my mind to.
What would yours be?
That we lack confidence, that we can't walk into a room and people stare at us, and that we feel ashamed of who we are. It's totally not true.
That I can't do what the size 2 girl can do. Mm-hmm. I would debunk that.
Cozy conversations, drop the knowledge that's for real. Indigo Studio.
How dependable is your power? As dependable as 2 a.m. wake-up calls. Grandpa showing up an hour early. And perfect timing. Because you can count on ComEd to keep the lights on and keep you informed. So your electric service is as dependable as sleepless nights.
The sun has risen, the pride has returned, and the time has come to join the circle of life at The Lion King.
Now playing at the Cadillac Palace Theater through January 14th. Get tickets at BroadwayandChicago.com.
Our goal is to see you become effective leaders,
to support your passions,
and help your community. So whether you're pursuing an undergraduate degree or transferring from another school, our goal
is to see you accomplish yours.
Don't miss your chance to see The Lion King, one of the most awe-inspiring productions ever brought to life on stage.
Now playing at the Cadillac Palace Theater through January 14th. Get tickets at BroadwayandChicago.com.
Cozy conversations, drop the knowledge that's for real.
So here's one thing that Lizzo, I think, is really debunking, is her show is about a 90-minute show, high energy show, dancing show, movement show, and the myth being health. Because if you dance, you're a dancer. You do 90 minutes straight, you're in shape. So let's talk about the health factor. Do you have any concerns about the health factor based on weight? Is there association, is there affiliation, or is that myth also?
It's myth also because you never know why someone is a thicker girl. It could be something genetic. It could be something, doesn't necessarily have to be something that's unhealthy. When I go to the doctor, he says, you're the perfect bill of health. I'm thick, I'm solid, because I've danced all my life. And so it's not, we still have to take care of ourselves. We still have to watch what we eat. We still have to stretch. We still have to do all of those things. And I can do all of those things. We can do all of those things, but I'm still healthy, even though I'm curvy, if that makes sense. So
you can be healthy and you can be curvy and it's all good.
Absolutely.
What about you? What do you think?
You can be healthy and you can be curvy, but I do think that age plays a role. As you get older, you slow down, being lighter is going to be helpful for you. And if you have genetic heart disease, diabetes in your family, and you have those connections, you have to be mindful of that, especially when you're heavier. 'Cause being in the yoga background, we learn a lot about health in the body and biomechanics. And so it is important to realize that I am healthy. My doctor has said I have a clean bill of health too, but I also need to be mindful about my weight as I get older. And if I want to have children, I also want to be, because I do want to have children one day, I also want to be mindful about that too. So it's a balance. It's not a black or white when it comes to health and plus size.
Balance is the key, isn't it? And so now, what do you think about that?
Health is very, very, very important. And there was a time in my life that I was not healthy. And, I was eating all types of things, even though I was active, But I think that just because I can do what, a girl can do in a size 2 doesn't mean that I can't take care of the inside. And the insides are very, very important. Hence me losing 50 pounds. So yay to me.
You lost 50 pounds?
I lost 50 pounds.
What did you do?
So a lot of working out. I lift as well. Brandi and I dance together. Yeah. Yes. So I love lifting. And it's just strength. You get that adrenaline going and you just feel amazing. I don't want to bulk up, but just keep things solid, and I think that understanding that what you intake is going to come out. I am also a beauty influencer on the side, so eating, snacks and drinking soda is going to show up on my skin.
So the beauty influencer, that's on your Facebook, on your
my
Instagram?
Yes, my Instagram. So I love makeup, I love hair, I love fashion. I was a wardrobe stylist for many years. So I dealt with a lot of difficulties in that regard, but if I wanted to be better, I had to do things differently. So I think that making sure that what you're intaking it plays a major part.
So everybody's healthy.
Yes.
What do you do? What are the things that you do for self-care? You know, we've got the health community that tells us that black women are overweight, approaching in many instances obesity. And as you indicate, as you get older, that's probably predictable for heart problems, diabetes, hypertension. So what do you do consciously for self-care?
Oh, I'm sorry. I would say I don't like the term self-care.
Okay.
Because I like to use maintenance. This is my maintenance. This is something that is a part of me. Not if I'm sad, oh, I need a self-care day. No, this is my maintenance. This is my lifestyle. So for me, it would be working out. It would be, going to get a facial. I'm maintaining my health. I'm maintaining my body image. So I would say maintenance.
Maintenance. Now, you started working out. Did you work out intentionally for weight loss?
I've always worked out, and that is from dancing. That's a form of working out. I danced for many years and I trained. Now I took up a new hobby of pole dancing. So that's a different type of dancing.
Oh, that's good for the core, isn't it?
Yes, it is. And realizing that I'm much stronger than I thought I was. You know, society looks at the typical exotic dancer and think like, oh, she has to be small. And when my first class, our instructor had us doing a headstand. And I jumped right into it and I did it. And I was
Tell us what a headstand is.
A headstand, basically, being on a headstand on the pole. So I'm literally...
Wait a minute, is that upside down?
Yes, on the pole. On the pole, and the pole is supporting me, or you can wrap your leg around the pole. So
hard to do?
It was easy. I had the support right there just in case, but it's trusting yourself. And I think that even as juicier women, we must trust ourselves, trust the process. If you want to lose those 10 pounds, lose the 10 pounds. You can do it. And whatever hobby you want to take up, go for it.
Mm-hmm. And what about you? How do you feel about that?
Yoga, definitely. We do headstands in yoga. For me, it's also the inside out. So therapy is also very important. I started therapy in 2019. I had 3 grandparents in 2019. Now I have no more grandparents. And so I had to set myself up for success to know that my family's not going to be here forever. My life is changing. I'm turning 30. I need to really, I was turning 30 in 2019.
Oh, shucks, girl.
But that's like a midlife. That's like a midlife, younger midlife, not crisis, but midlife kind of theme and situation for people who are turning 30. It's a thing, and so
it's a thing. Turning 30.
It's a thing. Yeah.
That's a midlife something.
It's a midlife, not a crisis, but just like a change.
Okay, so we're midway in the show. So on that note, I'm gonna take a break, but we'll be right back, and we're gonna talk about this midlife at 30 years. Oh, can you imagine? We'll be right back. Don't go away.
Conversations, drop the knowledge that's for real. Indigo Studio.
How dependable is your power? As dependable as 2 a.m. wake-up calls. Grandpa showing up an hour early. And perfect timing. Because you can count on ComEd to keep the lights on and keep you informed. So your electric service is as dependable as sleepless nights.
The sun has risen, the pride has returned, and the time has come to join the circle of life at The Lion King.
Now playing at the Cadillac Palace Theater through January 14th. Get tickets at Broadway and Chicago.com.
Our goal is to see you become effective leaders.
To support your passions.
And help your community. So whether you're pursuing an undergraduate degree or transferring from another school, our goal
is to see you accomplish yours.
Don't miss your chance to see The Lion King, one of the most awe-inspiring productions ever brought to life on stage.
Now playing at the Cadillac Palace Theater through January 14th. Get tickets at Broadway and Chicago.com.
cozy conversations, drop the knowledge that's for real.
So Danielle, I'm coming back to you with this 30 middle age thinking you got. Now, why did you think you was in middle age at 30 years old?
It felt like this is the time of your life that you really need to get things right. I felt like I'm entering 30. I'm no longer a young person. I'm getting older. So what are the things I need to do to make sure that I'm established? I am feeling confident and secure in all walks of life, financially, personally, physically, health, mental health. So that's why I felt like, okay, it's time to get this right, Danielle.
Let me ask you this. This is a generic question. Do you think black women are hard on themselves? Do you think
Absolutely.
we're hard? Oh, you
Absolutely.
do. You agree with that. How so?
I think we're hard on ourselves because the world is hard on us. And so
we're responding.
Yeah, we're responding. And then because even though we're still confident and strong, we still hear it. We still see it. We still get that. And so now we're like, okay, well, am I this? Am I that? And you start questioning yourself and trying to sometimes keep up the standard. And then you come back to yourself and realize, wait a minute. I'm bomb in my own right. Like, I'm good. But we still have that because the world is hard on us. We still feel like we have to get it done by any means necessary. We sick, we don't get a break. We are mentally not there, but we don't get a break. And so
I take my breaks
listen,
now.
I take my break too. I'm speaking generally.
I take my naps. Okay?
Yeah,
I'm taking our breaks, but then sometimes people judge us for taking our
and then
breaks.
people judge for taking breaks. So it's like you can't win for losing.
What do you think, Danielle? How are we hard on ourselves?
I think we have a high standard of excellence for ourselves and our families, and we're often the head of households or a strong member of our household if we're not the only head of household. So I think that we expect excellence for ourselves, which is in itself a really good thing. It's a positive thing, but we try to be everything to everybody. And I saw that growing up with the women in my family. They all worked, they all took care of their homes, they all had husbands, children, and they did everything, and they all did things on the side. So it comes from a form of love for each ourselves, but it's also something that can be really damaging to our psyche.
Strong black woman. You always got to be the strong. I want to be a weak black woman.
That's very weak.
How about that?
No, help me with
God help me,
that.
right?
No,
Right.
I can't. My hands are broken. Very much me.
But society, do we really live up to these demands of society, kind of dictating that behavior, the strong black woman kind of ideology to us, and then we get caught up in it because we try to live up to it?
It's a lot of unlearning. It's a lot of unlearning. And if anyone is on social media, you see there's this trend now that is, I'm living my soft girl era, soft life. And I've never subscribed to that because that was naturally me.
What's that mean?
So soft life is, for example, taking those breaks, knowing that, okay, I can't be everything to everyone, knowing that, okay, I have a full schedule, I have to take care of my husband, I have to take care of the kids. You know what, family, today we're gonna order out. I don't feel like cooking, and understanding that it's okay to not be that strong black woman. I know I'm not that strong black woman, so, and it's debunking that as well as unlearning that you cannot be everything. And if we allow ourselves to be in our soft selves as women, because we already do enough. We know we're stronger than men. We bear children. So, we're already strong in that right. But let's not allow society to put that on us. And I think that's important.
I have girlfriends, our girlfriends talk. And we always go through the black women's kind of conversation. And I always point out, we are so hard on ourselves. Think about it like this. Princess Di had everything in the world. She had the clothes, she had the look, she had the man, she had the royalty, and look what happened to her, all right? Look at Jennifer Lopez. She looked like she traded husbands in about every, like, okay, 3 years, time to trade in. She trade, it's time to go. Really, I think we are very hard on ourselves. Look at Cher. Look at you can go any generation you can look at, and you see some different kind of patterns. But then black women, to your point, we got to be everything all the time to everybody, and then at the end of the day, where's me for me? Where's myself for me? My rule is 9 o'clock, I cut it off. The house is on fire. Tell me about it in the morning. 9 o'clock, I gotta go to sleep.
I see the ashes.
I look at the news, done. And I got to think about, you get up at 5 o'clock, I wake up at 5. I refuse to get up. I got to get one more hour just because I don't want to do all of the things. And then I plan everything. Everything for me is a plan. Check it off, yeah, and then go on to the next. You don't get it done, okay, fine, it goes into tomorrow. And the world is not going to stop. There's no crises about it.
You said that. That is, yes, one thing that you said is that whatever I don't get done today is gonna get done until the next day. And for me, I didn't do that.
I know.
And one thing that I wanna mention is that treat yourself the way you want other people to treat you. And that can go as far as, like you said, you're pampering. Also, buying myself flowers, you know, that's something that I do weekly. Painting my toes and my nails and just being in the house, watching movies with my cat. Like, I love that.
I had a white woman say something to me once, and it stuck with me. And she was asking, can I ask you something? And you know how I said, sure. Well, no, what is it? Oh Lord, what is she gonna? It's gonna be. How do you do your hair?
Right.
Okay.
Is that your real hair? Oh my God.
What kind of makeup do you use? So she says, why do black women carry bags? And I said, why black women? I don't know. I said, what are you talking about? She says, you all always have heavy bags. Wow. She wasn't talking about bags, grocery store bags. She was talking about your purse. It's like you all got so much in your purse. Why do you do that? And she says, you look tired. And you know what? I stopped carrying big bags because we got apples in it, we got the comb in it, you got that pair of shoes in it, you got the scarf, you got the rain cap, you got the umbrella. But that shook me. That just, like, that's a good point. Why do we carry bags? And I started asking my girlfriend, and she says, and girlfriends of course would say, oh well, you know, we got everything in it. We got this and we got that. I said, but why are we carrying all this? We don't need all that.
Do we need it?
We
or
need
do we
it.
feel
You think
we
you
need it
it.
psychologically? Do we need it or do we feel that we need
always
it?
want to be prepared.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we always have somewhere to go.
We're always prepared. That's the mentality. Is I always got to be prepared. I got to be ready for somebody else.
All the time. That is so true. I've never thought about
Well,
that.
ladies, thank you very much for joining me today.
Thank you.
And thank you for letting me know that 30 was the new middle age. Okay, and I'm here to tell you it ain't necessarily so. And wow, great conversation. And plus size. Listen, you can be pretty at every size that you are, but the most important thing, and this is the Lizzo Effect, love you for you. I'm Hermine Hartman with Indigo Studio. Thanks for being with us today.
Sit back and relax, educate and inform. Cozy conversations, dropping knowledge that's for real. Indigo Studio, always in the know. With Hermine Hartman, you'll be enlightened.